Gabe Padilla, CageMinds.com, here with the infamous Katherine Lindenmuth. You're in Canada right now. Kind of just explain the background and what we're doing right now exactly.
So I'm in Canada, and we just did our media weigh-ins, and I got to do some press interviews, and then I got to do a photo shoot. So we're all waited, locked in for this fight. Tomorrow night starts at 7, and of course we are in Eastern time. So right now it's 12:38 over here.
Awesome. Did you already do the weigh-in already, the official weigh-ins and all that stuff?
Yeah, we already did official weigh-ins. I weighed in at 106, and her weight was 108.9. So
Awesome. How was the traveling from Albuquerque all the way to Canada? I know these days with the airlines and all that crazy stuff, you never know what you're in for. So just how was the commute, and how has fight week been so far?
so our commute was really good. We had a 2.5 hour layover in Denver, and then we got to get on a really big plane and come all the way to Canada. It was really fun. It was interesting. First time flying out of the country, so it was a experience. Honestly, altogether, I get to listen to a lot more French, and it's beautiful. So makes me inspired.
You to kind of backtrack a little bit, you're coming off a spectacular win back in Albuquerque. I forget the exact weeks, but it was very recent. I mean, I want to say maybe a little bit over a month ago, if that. Really good. Just kind of how did you transition from that win, and how has the preparation been for Kim Clavel now moving ahead to this next week, to tomorrow, I think it is, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
tomorrow night, right? Well, we went out of one fight camp. I might have had like a week of just, trying to catch up with my kids and doing stuff, but we just went right back into fight camp. We didn't stop. We didn't really stop training. There was a mood that came into this training that was a lot different than any of our other trainings. I mean, she's a world title holder, and she's previous. She doesn't hold it anymore, but that stands some weight with me. Like, she's a great fighter. It's going to be a tough fight, and we can't take this lightly. So we didn't, and the mood and the focus was so much more intense. We were all very together, all very in the moment for everything, every step of the way. It's been pretty intense, good training, focusing on the things we need to focus on.
Moving forward, I know, from what I've seen on your social media and stuff, conditioning, even though you're a very talented boxer, you do a lot of conditioning. You're training at elevation here and stuff. Do you think that, and I've been kind of seeing a couple of things too, and I just kind of want you to touch on that again, just that you've been doing. You're always very active. It almost seems like you're in a fight camp every day. You know what I mean? So just kind of what do you, without giving too much away, just kind of what do you think some of your strong points are? Again, I know you can't give away the exact game plan, but just what do you think is going to separate you and help you ultimately get to the victory this tomorrow?
I think that, of course, thank you to my coach for pushing me so hard, and our gym. All we're doing is we're always conditioning. We are, Alexa and I are always running and training. I'm doing 5Ks. I let you guys know I love to run, so I'm always running. To be honest, we just focused, like, yeah, we could watch videos of her all day long. We could watch videos of her all day long, but, we're got to focus on what we're strong with and what we need to get better with, because I've got to fight my fight. We've been in this situation where we go out of town, and, I need to fight my fight. Just staying in condition. We're 5,000 feet above sea level, and right now we're at sea level. So I do know that's going to have an impact. We run a lot. I'm in condition. I haven't done a 10-round fight, but I don't think that is going to hold me back, because I train like I'm going into a 12-round fight. I train like I cannot stop until my coach tells me I have to stop. So I feel that everything that we have put together, it's just going to compile to like this victorious tomorrow. If anyone's curious on if it's going to be a good fight, it's going to be a great fight, because I don't think it's going to be like any stopping. I think it's going to be a really good matchup. She's tough, and I'm ready to face this opportunity.
I did see that you had spoke with the Albuquerque Journal, and in that article I was reading that you felt like you were the B side coming in, and that you kind of felt like they're bringing you in to kind of pad the record, and just kind of touch base on that. Now that you're live, you saw the weigh-ins, you felt the weigh-ins, your camp's there with her camp. I'm not sure if you've crossed paths in the hotel, in the casino yet, or whatnot, but what's the energy like? Is it really, A, B, or is it, just another fight too,
Well, yeah, of course I'm the B side. Like she lost her title matches. So she's trying to pull it back up. She's got to get some wins under her belt. And for whatever reason, this is the next step for her, is to, get through me. So to be honest, we didn't feel any animosity. Everything has been so kind and they've been so welcoming here in Canada. It's surreal. I got to sit with her in her camp, shook her hand. I actually, if you guys know anything about me or know what I do, I give gifts. um you know I exchanged some gifts with her and just told her thank you. She's a COVID nurse. She worked through COVID. That's why she hadn't been fighting through those 2 years of like intense lockdown, and she put her life on the line. And I really wanted to thank her for her service to her community and her country. Like that's a big thing for me. So I got to sit down with her and I kind of got to talk with her. I think that's her mother, her corner, and like herself. Everything's been so welcoming, and you can't, I don't see that whole A and B side as you would see in like UFC, and everybody wants to just throw down and we're pushing each other. I'm the crazy guy that's bringing flowers to my to my opponent and shaking hands, because we're all here to do a job. And it doesn't have to be completely angry and ugly. She's a really nice person, and
Yeah.
I'm really honored to be able to share the ring with somebody that is that level. She's 18-2, and she's definitely worthy of being in that ring, and I'm glad I get to be in the ring with her.
That's awesome. Just moving forward now that, it is the day before, you saying that she's 18-2, it has to be, from what I would see, the biggest fight of your career. Possibly, I'm not sure what you think, but it's a very big, in Canada, former world champion, Thursday night fights, like the old school boxing days, it's a big deal. So how are the nerves, if there's any, from today, from now, is there any nerves? How are you feeling now?
I'm feeling good, honestly. Like Thursday night, they're putting a stage. Like I'm co-main event, and it's gonna be a really good fight. I feel like, even with that 18-2, like I've been in this position before. I've been underestimated before too. So I'm really ready to just get in there and get the job done. It's the biggest test of my career. Very big test.
So the question is now, is after tomorrow night, are you gonna gamble in that casino right behind you?
Yeah. No, I'm totally about, you spend $20 and then you win 100 and you leave.
All right,
Everything
all
is in
right.
French. I think that's gonna be hard for me to try and win. I don't
Um,
think we're gonna be gambling for sure.
a prediction for tomorrow night, if you have one, on the way that your fight will go.
I think it's gonna all the full rounds, and I think, I'm gonna get the hand raised. I'm ready for the dub, ready for the win.
Any last messages? I know, we're gonna post this up today. So, any last messages to your big fan base, back at home, and if you just want to plug anything in on the end there, feel free.
Yeah, well, I just want to thank all my family, my friends, all my fans. You guys are the reason why I'm out here doing this. You guys are supporting me and everything that I can do. This is a big stage back there, and it's gonna be really big for me. I just want to thank everyone. I think Legacy Promotions, you put on the event to be able to get me seen and show my skill. So I just want to thank everyone that's been a part of this journey. You can do anything you put your mind to. So you got to keep pushing.